That's what he said. Are you not scared? My daughter's not scared. She's nasty. That's right. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to find out who has the best Halloween house. First of all, I want to give a big thanks to all the decorators who have participated in making this happen. Without the houses, without the decorators, this event would not be possible. I want to give a big thanks to Neighbors TV for partnering with me and sponsoring this initiative to give these decorators a little bit of an extra, incentive behind their decorations. Categories. So, by the way, I'm looking at my notes, so please don't mind my looking away. Categories. So, I've taken this judgment process so seriously, and I wanted to really choose the best house based on a fair scoring system. So, there are categories that I've put into place, which I'll discuss a little bit later in the video, okay? In order to score. I'm going to be talking about the houses in the order of which they actually apply. So the first house will be James. I was literally picking up an item from a neighbor of his, and I rode past that house and I said, oh my goodness, I had just started the Halloween contest, created it, put it online, and I rode past his house and I'm like, I gotta get him in my contest, right? So I pulled over and I spoke to him, and I hit him up a few days later, and he ended up signing up. He was in conversation and communication with Neighbors TV, and he extended that information to them, and they reached out to me. So I'm so grateful for James for just being the first person to propel this whole contest to begin with. James has been displaying, for what I know, for the past couple of years, a little bit longer than the rest of the contestants from my understanding. So he has a well-established display. I believe that he did a really good job of utilizing his space. He has both display and live actors which were present. And in terms of categories, he performed really, really well in use of space and his spook factor. And what else? Creativity, I did think it was pretty creative how the items were displayed. James, I felt that you could have done a lot better with a theme cohesion. In a certain area of your display, I saw monsters and superheroes in the same space. It didn't follow a consistent theme. Certain aspects of your display did kind of seem random to me. So I would definitely say that will be an area of improvement, or if you want to take that into consideration to just, change things a bit for next year. Overall, though, I will tell you, I feel that he could have done a way better job of effort and detail and approaching the fundraiser initiative a lot different. We wanted to see a little bit more fundraising from you. We did not get any votes in from you, James, so that did come into play when announcing and judging the final score. Okay, so the next person who signed up is Otis. Otis has been displaying for just about 5 years, I believe he told me, and I was absolutely blown away by his display. The amount of attention to detail he pays to his props and all of his displaying really speaks to his artistry, you know. And as a creative myself, that is something that I was looking for and a part of the category systems that I put into place as well. The customization, the handcrafts, how you staged it, it was different. It was definitely different, and that is what sets you apart from the rest of the contestants. All right, you did an outstanding job of raising funds. You carried this whole fundraiser, really, honestly, and so I'm forever grateful for you. This is my first fundraising initiative event, so I'm so grateful for you, Otis, for real. All right, next, let's see. Kelly signed up next. Kelly, your unique castle display was absolutely gorgeous. I think that it was the most, for me, visually aesthetic. I feel it could have been featured in a magazine or a movie, or you know what I'm saying? I think it would really make really good photo backdrops. You know, I appreciate your handcrafted components as well. The detail in your castle and your alligator setup, your swamp, you know. And I really appreciate the fact that you were really intentional about your audience. You know, that was the first things that stood out to me. I knew that yours wasn't gory, it wasn't, you know, violent or anything like that, and I knew that it was more tailored to kids. And you confirmed that in our conversation earlier, and I appreciate that. And you know, that's what made you stand apart as well. You performed exceptionally well as far as voting goes. You could have done better, but given the time that you came in, I think you did pretty decent. You performed exceptionally. Okay, Nelson was the next person to sign up. Nelson, your display was freaky. Like, it was freaky, like 100 level 100 freaky level. I appreciate your passion and creativity and your consistency in your theme. That is what stood out to me the most for you, Nelson. People can get excited about going through a haunted house, you know what I'm saying, or walk through in that sense. And so there was a level of mystery and impulse building for anyone who have visited your house. And I think that's what they look forward to. That's what I would look forward to next year, now that I know that this is what you do, for what you have and for what theme that you'll choose for next year. I would also like to add that Nelson, I would have loved to see a bit more detail or a bit more props given the theme or around the theme, around the house, around the location. I know that the space that you had to work with for the actual walkthrough wasn't that much. I can tell you, I initially thought the walkthrough was going to stretch back towards the garage. That was my initial thought, but it didn't. I saw it was stretching from just across your front yard, your front lawn space. So, you know, I feel like you could have done a little bit more with the props, or added more props to make it a little bit more, you know, scary. But the zombies that you guys had definitely did their job. What else? I love that your whole family was involved in this experience, from the creative part to the acting and the displaying. I love that. You know, it really speaks to the concept of the Village Inc. and what I put into place in capitalizing on group economics and acts of service and collaboration, you know, with your whole family being involved in this experience. I expected better from you in terms of fundraising. I feel that the signage that you put up could have made it a bit confusing. I was confused looking at the 3 different barcodes, you know, and I think that might have come into play as far as how votes came in for you on Halloween Day. Yes, I think that you could have done a better job around getting votes on Halloween Day, especially with the amount of crowd that you had, man. But needless to say, y'all did y'all thing. You gave the community an experience that was different from the rest of the displays, and that's what sets you apart. Okay, who is next? Lisa. Lisa, your unique display of the skeletons and theme is what sticks out to me the most. The way you have incorporated the police department to represent, you know, your husband's career background, you know, that resonates with me. And your theme, you know, your cohesion, your creativity and originality of how you place the skeletons on your home is definitely something that sticks out to me. The way that you dressed them and incorporated the dressed dog, that was really cute. You know, I appreciate your creativity there. I would have loved to see votes come in for you. We didn't have any votes come in for you. And so, again, that was a consideration in the total voting system. Next is Andrew. Andrew, your display caught my eye from the moment I saw it in Citizens of the Bloomfield group. Okay, and I was really determined to get you into my contest. I visited your mom twice and actually saw her, and I stopped by one at the time, but you were at home. So I'm really glad that Lena got you to join, nonetheless. And you ended up signing up on Halloween Day. So real quick, I just want to tell you that I loved your display. I love the fact that you added some really good details. Your boarded windows, your use of space was really good. And that's what really set you, it made you stand out from the rest. You know, the fact that you boarded up your windows definitely gave a haunted house feel, like abandoned haunted house. That was different. And I love that. So yeah, no funds was raised from you. I'm not surprised. You signed up on Halloween Day, like almost mid-afternoon, but nonetheless, I'm still grateful for your participation, and hopefully we can collaborate in the near future or next year, depending on, you know, what you are you know, displaying. I don't know if you're displaying for Christmas, but we're doing something for Christmas as well. So I will definitely look forward to working with you in the future and hopefully get you to sign up much earlier. By the way, if for anybody who has signed up with me to participate in this contest would not have to re-register to participate in future initiatives, you know, I would love to continue to work with those displayers who have currently partnered with me to do this. And if you decorate for Christmas or you want to collaborate further, definitely keep in touch with me. There's going to be different initiatives, different fundraising, different events and stuff like that to help the community. And I want to definitely expand. You know, the focus has been for me, Bloomfield, Nutley. We have one, Lisa from Hasbrook Heights. Yeah, and I want to basically expand to all over Essex County and North Jersey, as the village is an online platform. So I'm currently posted in Bloomfield. This is my home. So I really want to work my area really well to expand the reach of the Village Inc. Okay. All right. So let's talk about votes. So James got 0 votes. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Otis got 152 votes. Kelly got 50 votes. Nelson got 19 votes. Lisa, 0 votes. Andrew, 0 votes. Okay. Let's talk about categories. So I'm gonna go, I know I emailed you, but everybody didn't get that email, you know, who may be watching. So there were a few different categories that I used to judge this contest. So we have creativity and originality. How unique and inventive are your decorations, handcrafted components? Theme cohesion. Does the decoration follow a specific theme? Scare factor, how spooky or scary the decorations are. Any scare components such as live actors. Visual appeal, how well does the house catch the eye? Effort and detail. How much effort and detail seem to have gone into the decor, whether there are any handcrafted components, added details to each skeleton or prop. You know, that is something that I was paying attention to as well. Use of space. How much of the space was available compared to how much you actually utilized. Number of votes. So the way that I did the votes, I didn't actually score you based on the number of votes. I scored you based on your effort to get the votes, okay? And I'll speak about that right at the end when I announce the winner, okay? So yeah, let's talk about the scoring system. So for the scoring system, I really want to keep it simple. I have all of the categories. Each category was scored 1 to 10, however well you performed based on the opinions of each judges. So myself, I was a judge, my husband was a judge, my mom was a judge. We added those numbers up, and that will give the total score for that house, okay? So the only thing that I scored myself without the judges is how well your effort was to get votes. In addition to that, I want to just add that initially we were scoring foot traffic, but myself and Neighbors TV were not able to make it to all of the homes in order to really give honest feedback and consider that in judging for this contest. So while we're on that though, I just want to say James had a really good crowd, and Morse Avenue's crowd was amazing. You know, you had Nelson, you had Otis, and you had a really big theater filled with that screen up. So that block in general had a lot of traffic. And in addition to that, it would have been really, really difficult to count traffic because people kept bouncing from house to house and all around. And so I didn't think that it was fair to actually consider that category, although I know I put that out to begin with. So yeah, so let's talk about total scores, okay? So I'll talk about the lowest to highest, okay? So 78 was your total score without considering votes at all, okay? Next is Lisa. Lisa scored 105, again, not considering any votes, okay? Nelson, 139. You had a total score of 139, and you had a 1 to 10. On a scale of 1 to 10, I gave you an 8 for your effort to raise funds and get some votes. You know, I did see you on social media asking for people to vote, which I appreciate. You did have your signage up, although it was a bit confusing, which is why I think that worked against you actually in terms of fundraising. So that's 139, okay? Next is actually a tie between Kelly and James. All right, James got a score of 143. However, he didn't have any votes, so there was no additional scoring for him. And Kelly scored a 143, factoring in a score of 9 for your voting effort on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, and the last is you got a total score of 173. So you are the winner of who has the best Halloween house. You did an amazing job of putting your display together, all of the effort and details, as I mentioned earlier. Your separate display of the Chucky scene, which I know went crazy for the neighborhood. And really all around your efforts to actually receive votes. You know, you put a lot of effort into that. I know you reached out to a lot of people. The votes kept coming in. It kept coming in. It kept coming in. And I think that people can really feel your presence in the neighborhood, which I think worked for you as well in terms of getting votes because you was out there. So yeah, I want to say thank you all for participating in whatever which way you did. If you want to continue to work with me on further initiatives, I am putting together something for Christmas right as of right now. I'm going to start putting that together right now. My whole vision is to create experiences that cost the neighborhood little to nothing, right? While contributing to causes that don't get enough attention. You know, we see on an everyday basis fundraisers available for food, clothes, basic needs type of things. However, there are many people who are struggling to maintain their situations, maintain their livelihoods, when it comes to causes like childcare. There are services available for people who are below the poverty line to receive state subsidies, but unfortunately, as soon as you cross over into that lower middle class, you have to pay for things out of pocket, and you still end up not affording a lot of your expenses. So that is the demographic of people that I'm looking to help for this particular fundraiser. For future fundraiser initiatives, I just want to put this out there, in case you want to continue to work with me on other initiatives, is paying for college tuitions. I don't think that my soul, my personal experience believes that going into debt to pay for education is not something that I want to see continue to happen, especially now where you see a lot of people who get degrees are not actually utilizing them. So we spend a lot of money going into debt that we now have to pay for, and we can't, it's extremely difficult to get yourself out of that. So if we can utilize group economics to help students who have taken the time, finalize the decision to pursue their career path, and can help fund that, that's what I want to be able to do. Okay. Pet care, we all, for the most part, have seen pets, been around pets, know somebody with a pet, have pets, and have to deal with the costs, behind having a pet. It's a huge cost when it comes to taking them to the vet. In case you ever want to have a pet sitter, if you got to go out of town for emergencies. And these are the things that also can put us into debt. We talk about vet bills and stuff like that. So a lot of people that I know don't always put their pets on the forefront, prioritize their vet bills and vet visits and stuff like that because they simply can't afford it, although they still have these pets. So these pets need a place to stay. They need homes as well. As I know, and a lot of you know, that the shelters are getting full. They constantly deal with that issue on a daily basis. So if we can help make sure that we maintain our pets as well as we maintain other important components of our lives and aspects of our lives, that is something that I really care about. As a pet owner, pet keeper, pet lover, oh my God, I love my animals. What else? Senior care. Senior care is extremely expensive these days as well. I know that it is extremely difficult to navigate a lot of the living expenses when you talk about nursing homes, senior homes, and things like that. But if we can raise funds to help pay for wheelchairs, walkers, sometimes people don't have insurance that cover these things. Some people didn't set themselves up in a way that they're able to afford these things. Some people don't have, people don't have the funds, So that is another initiative that I look forward to raising funds for. So if any of this resonates with you, if you want to continue to work with me, get involved in the village, I encourage you to reach out. Literally, it's just me, my mom, my husband is helping me out. And now you guys, my decorators and, the people who have shared a post, liked a comment, shown the Village Inc. any kind of interest, you are the people that I would love to partner with to continue to expand my reach. Okay. So thank you so much for spending some time with me and talking about who has the best Halloween house and the Village Inc. initiatives. And I look forward to seeing you all soon and working with you again. All right. Until next time, have a good one.